Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the new high, new low indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the new high, new low indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 148 indicators. And out of those 148 indicators, 62 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 62 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right. So as I said, today's indicator is the new high, new low indicator. There's not a whole lot to it. You can see it down here at the bottom of the screen. Basically have an oscillating line here. And you have background colors that change green to red. They're pretty faint, but you can just kind of make them out there. And then you have the actual signals that the indicator gives. And so it gives us signals when we should buy or when we should sell. Can't quite see one of the sell ones. There they are. So there's a sell signal there. And then there are buy signals here. And so, like I said, pretty simple setup. When it gives a signal to buy, that is a signal to go long. When it gives us a signal to sell, that will be a signal to go short. Pretty simple. And yeah, that's how we will be testing it today. So let's see here. I think what I will do is, let me kill the background color. Just don't think we really need it. Let's see if I can brighten up. Yeah, maybe a little bit. That should work. I mean, we can still see it. No big deal. Alright, so we're going to play this out here. In the last video that I did, we kind of did a similar thing here where we went through and we kind of pinpointed the areas of support and resistance on the chart. And this is just good practice for anytime you are making a trade analysis. You should always just be mindful of where support and resistance may be plotted on the chart. And so obviously the most recent support and resistance is some of the strongest and most valid. But, you know, any support and resistance that, you know, has happened in the near past is also pretty valid. So you don't want to count that out. And go ahead and mark off that one there. And then so that just kind of gives us a little bit of a grid to pay attention to price action and what price action is doing. We'll go ahead and start playing this forward, and we will keep an eye on our indicator, and we will keep an eye on price action. And so right off we can see that price action took a serious nosedive straight down. It was already trending to the downside for a little ways, and then it just bam, shot straight down. And anytime you get a move like this where it is one big red candle or one big candle, regardless of the color, if it's going up they're green, if it's going down they're red, one big candle after another after another after another after another with no pullback in sight. It's always something to keep an eye on. Then as it nears the end of its run, once you can start identifying what may potentially be a weakness in that move, you can then start to assess where price action is in relation to support and resistance and your indicators. Scrolling back here, looks like most price action was back here in 2011, 2012, and so from 2012 all the way through to 2016, so 4 years, price action has not significantly broke below this lower line that it's running into now. I would consider that to be a rather significant thing because, again, if price action in 4 years has not made it down to this point or managed to break below this point, then it's a pretty safe bet that if we start noticing a sign that price action is heading upwards, that it's probably going to head upwards for at least a little while. And so we've had this strong move down, strong push down. And so now we are looking for weakness and a sign that price action is going up. Still don't have anything on our indicator yet. That signal wasn't within this year. Let's go ahead and play this forward a little bit. So we see that we're starting to kind of double bottom here. We're getting wicks to the downside. We're getting some wicks to the upside as well, and so that can sometimes kind of throw you off. But let's play it forward a little bit here, and we had a strong push down, and so we're starting to lose confirmation of an upward bias. But with that being said, sometimes market makers will make a push to the downside and then immediately bounce it straight back up. So let's see what they do. Yep, so they pushed it down below the lower lows, getting everybody's attention because, again, it hasn't broke that level for quite a few years. So a lot of short traders probably jumped in on this break thinking that this thing's going to plummet straight down from here. And then market makers shoved it right back up to the upside. And now as it breaks above this resistance ceiling right here, we also get a signal to go long on our indicator. So let's see what happens here. And there we go. It takes off to the upside. So that worked out very well, and that is a great example of how, whoops, do that again. That is a great example as to how you can trade price action alongside with an indicator. Doesn't always work out quite that well, but there was definitely a confluence of price action with a signal from the indicator, all kind of lining up at the same time as price action was breaking back through an area that was of significant support and resistance. All things lining up really well after a strong push down. Those are just notching, one checkbox after another for a long side bias. And that is the best way for you to use indicators and price action together. All right, so let's play it forward now and see what price action does. It has decided to come way back down here, bounce off that area with a super long wick. At this point, it's kind of undecided as to what it's going to do. Some people would recognize this as a double bottom. Some would recognize it as an inverted M or a W pattern setting up. And so I would say that most people would look at this and have a bias to this going back to the upside one more time, at least for a short period of time, until it figures out what exactly it's going to do. Now keep in mind that we have not had a strong push in either direction. I mean, we do have a push like this, which is similar to this push back here that we looked at, and it kind of pushed up really fast, pushed down really fast, and so they're kind of canceling each other out at that point. And so we can't really say that it's moved in one direction for a significant period of time, then looking for things to round out and go back in the opposite direction. And so that's typically the setup that you should look for. Something that has pushed for a significant period of time is now starting to exhaust itself and then roll over or under and head back in the opposite direction. Now, setup like this, although some people will say is more powerful, I find that this is a little bit more of a gamble situation because it's already made a strong push up and rejected it. Then it made a strong push down and is now rejecting it. And so you have a two schools of thought type scenario battling each other. And so, but I would say that it is a reasonable assumption to believe that this is going up from here, and we are getting a buy signal from our indicator as well. Let me double check that we didn't get stopped out here. We actually did get stopped out on this first one. There. But then this one right here, where is it? There we go. That one right there gave us another signal to the upside. And so again, kind of a confluence of price action along with an indicator. We're not quite breaking back up above the levels that we were a moment ago. You could consider this a new level down here that it's kind of bounced off of. But things seem to be kind of lining up. Fairly confident it's going to go up at least for 70 pips. But not as confident as I was back here. So let's play it forward to see what it does. And see, there you go. There we go. It finally broke out. So it started to pinball itself up and down, up and down, up and down right there. And that is exactly what I was worried about, was that there were two groups of people kind of battling each other here. And market makers were possibly just kind of stalling price here as well. And so not very clear as to what direction it wanted to go. There is that there, and it does look like we did get stopped out as well. We did. So this one ends up actually being a losing trade because it stopped us out as it pinballed itself up and down right here. And so there is a perfect example of a scenario where you should be mindful of what exactly is happening. Price action is going up, 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 up. Didn't go up very far though. Kind of made it right up into this zone right here that it's bounced off of 3 times now, and is pushing its way down. But if you notice, this time it doesn't appear to be making a lower low here. Doesn't seem to be coming down quite as far now that it's kind of starting to bounce off there. That might be a telltale sign that things might start to trend up a little bit more. Possibly, no guarantee, but let's see. Nope, it decided to drop itself down and gave us a short signal right there. And it's now pinballing itself right at that line. Really is not sure what exactly it wants to do. We did get stopped out though, so definitely did not work out in our favor. And now price action is just sitting here consolidating. Definitely some market maker consolidation right there, but there again has been no push in one direction or another, and so getting an idea of where this thing is heading is really hard at this point. And so no clear trading opportunity, just let it go and do its thing. Hopefully it will spike one way or another, giving us a strong push, and then the ability to kind of decide at that point where we're seeing an exhaustion in the move. But it is just sitting here, just tinkering to the side. I mean, it's making some moves, but these are truly just gambling decisions at this point. It's really not making any kind of significant movement one way or another. I'll mark that red, but haven't figured out if it's going to give us a good signal or not. And nope. It then, and so now we have this whole new little area that it seems to be channel trading right within this area. Picked up another sell right there. Let's see what it does. And price action starts to move up. Pretty sure that has stopped us out at this point. It has. A truly uncertain price action. There we go. Now we're starting to get some movement to the upside. And so now this is the point where we would start looking for some kind of exhaustion in this move. It's made a relatively strong move to the upside, and you can see that it doesn't seem like it has one on the bottom side. Looks like there's kind of this weird overbought type area right here on this indicator. It's kind of strange because it doesn't seem like there is. Maybe I just didn't go down low enough. No. Doesn't seem like there's one on bottom. It's odd. But anyways, it is pushed up into this area, which might also give us further verification that we are in an area where we might start looking for a pullback to the downside. So let's play it forward, looking for signs of exhaustion. It's still banging out. There we go. There's a strong push to the downside. 2 candles right there. It's a pretty good sign of exhaustion. Let's see what it does though. I would say right here would be a pretty good setup at this point to drop into a short position. Probably go down at least 70 pips, I would imagine, at this point. Nothing on our indicator yet. Let's play it out and see what it does. Yeah, there we go. Made a little drop. And let's see. 112 pips, so it definitely got us to take profit. So that does put us at the end of the year right there. All right, so we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 signals, and we only have 1 winner. And so not too good. Definitely not going to go on the winning list. That is a losing indicator for sure. It's really strange indicator all in all. I mean, it seemed like it's only half put together. I don't really know why. Yeah, I think it's just kind of a strange indicator. Was calling things at the wrong points. I mean, it didn't help that the market really wasn't moving hardly at all, and so that can always be a challenge for just about any indicator to function correctly in. But it definitely didn't do any good. didn't give us enough signals and was just getting beat up. So it's going to go on the no list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.